Hello everyone, I am William and welcome to STATIONflow. This is an absolutely superb little game about designing a metro station and wrangling all of its passengers. And we are in. This is the basis of the station that we have. These little clamshell looking things, these are the station entrances and exits. And looks like we have 3 of them here, as well as one island platform, platform P. Looks like this map starts us off with exits A1 and A2 already connected up, but we have exit A3 here that is just kind of out in the open, so we should connect this exit up to the rest of the station. We could do that using corridors. One of my big complaints about this game is it seems like they designed the maps without snapping on. And so if you look at this, that corridor isn't connected up. So you have to go over here, then you add a new corridor, and now that little dashed blue line means it's connected up properly. So we just connect up there, and now we press build, and now those corridors are being built. And we also see here, this little bar going up, that means that there is going to be a train coming in on platform 1. And there it is. And we could see some people just got off the train and they'll want to go through one of the exits, and it's our job to make sure they get there, as well as the reverse, getting everyone from their chosen entrance to their train. And sometimes you get people like this who are going from one exit to the other. So this person's going from exit A2 to exit A1, but since they entered here, the only sign they see is this sign for platform P. And what we could do to help them is update the sign. And this is the real meat and potatoes of this game. So for now we can say A1 is down there and A2 is similarly down there. And now if we follow this person, they should navigate to the stairs and now head to this other set of stairs. And now they can go to their exit. Oh, and now that corridor is done. So now we can open up exit A3. And since the staircases here do not point toward A3, it's on us to update the signage. And now the station has been built. Now we can just kind of sit back and watch for people to have problems that we will need to fix. Now no one's in our station and everything is lovely. Good night. And now at the end of the day, we get our score. So we got a score of A+, which means we did very, very well. And now that we've leveled up, we've unlocked drink. So sometimes passengers will enter the station with some need. In this case, sometimes passengers will enter wanting a drink and they won't leave until they get a drink at a vending machine. So I'm just going to put a vending machine at each entrance. That way the need will be fulfilled immediately. And let's also put some vending machines on the platform, since sometimes people will want a drink after getting off a train. I don't know why they would get on a train and then say, I want a drink and I will want to get a drink from this subway station, but that's a separate issue. Also during that level up, exit A3 got upgraded. As you can see, there's 4 turnstiles as opposed to normally there's just 2. And what that means is more people will be using this entrance. Drinks machines have been completed, and we can use these overlays to see if anyone actually wants a drink. So like this person, they want a drink and they're stopping at a vending machine. They have bought a drink from vending machine and now they're going about their way. And there's a lot of different services. Drinks are just the first one we unlock. Oh, you're angry. Why are you angry? So you're going from exit A3 to exit A2, but the only sign you can see is the sign at the top of the stairs for platform P. And so what we can do is we can put in a signpost just anywhere in a corridor that we like. We have an arrow that way, which will lead to both platform P as well as exit A2. We have that way, which is also to platform P and to exit A1. It just costs money per signpost. Doesn't matter how many arrows you put on it after you place it down. It's pretty uncommon for someone to want to go through an exit without going to a train, but it can happen and it's something you need to account for. And let's also put a signpost at the top of these sets of stairs, since it's not really obvious that you have to turn around to get to exit A3. End of the day, trains stop running, so the only passengers who are coming in are the people going from one exit to the other. Going from A2 to from A3 to A2. Why did you go that way? There's clearly a sign for A2 this way. But yeah, that's something that happens. Sometimes passengers just ignore the signs you put out, which leads to occasional frustration that you can't really control. But that's how the real world works as well. And it's the end of the day. How did we do? Oh, we actually ranked up. Let's go. Oh, we've unlocked quite a lot this time. So here's where the real fun begins. So we've unlocked these new platforms Q1 and Q2. We already had platform P, and now we have platform Q. We've also unlocked these two new A entrances, entrance A5 and A4, as well as all of the B entrances. So that's clearly B1 through 5. And I'd also like to point out, platform Q is 2 side platforms as opposed to platform P, which is a central island platform, which means we have to have different corridors leading to Q1 and Q2. Let's start by connecting up entrances A4 and A5, since those should be just straight up medium corridors, and a corridor right here. I do seem to put a drinks machine in the way, but oh well. And now the B entrances, and these seem to be a little bit scattered about, so this is going to be a bit interesting. I think it makes most sense to build the stairs off of here first, and then sort of plan around that, because you cannot build across the train tracks. And in fact, I think this set of stairs, yep, that is leading into the train track for platform P. So what I think I'll want to do in this situation is I'll kind of pull this guy back a little bit and connect you to the platform. So medium corridor there as a bridge between the two sides of platform Q. Let's put a large corridor on this side since we have the space for it. And now let's start connecting up the B gates. So this one is pretty close to this side, so I'm just going to build a corridor there. Similar goes for over here. And oh, we do need to manage out of bounds because it's kind of at a weird angle. That's still out of bounds. Okay, so that's going to be a bit tricky to deal with. But fortunately, corridors are not strictly rectangles, meaning we can move this a little bit that way so that it is in bounds entirely. So even though that's not a perfect rectangle, still fully allowed. I think here we just have the one corridor from here all the way over to this platform over here. And from here, I think we can actually just build a corridor straight onto the platform, because why not? Just connect up this exit now, and it looks like we could just corridor slap you down there. So now we have two different systems. So we have the system of these B gates in platform Q, as well as the system with the A gates in platform P. Now let's connect up the two different systems. I will say one of the nice things you can do that should be helpful in this situation is we can just place staircases going down smack dab in the middle of platforms. One of the big complaints I do have about this game is that there's not really a good way to center anything. So like, I want to place this here, but where's the center of this? I don't know. So what I found a workaround for is we can bring the corners in here, remove that. Now we can center it. So that's now centered because you can center that. And then now we can build it down. It's in the wrong spot, but we can work with that. And let's connect you up to the platform properly, like so. And now for the other side, let's just place a staircase down there. And since this corridor is here, we can just delete it. If you ever have any problems, you can just delete the thing you're working with. And let's replace that corridor slightly so that it lines up with the stairs better. Now let's connect up the staircase. And unfortunately, we do run into a small problem of this corner is also an edge, so it doesn't like that. We will unlock triangles later, but for now, that's not really an option. Let's also add in some stairs over here to connect them up with this area over here. And let's also add in a staircase over here so that people from this exit and from platform Q can get up to the other concourse level. Let's take a pause and sign this all up. So from Q, we want to sign people this way for P and all these entrances, and we want to sign people this way for these entrances. That should do it. Oh, we have some wayfinding issues. I forgot. So I correctly signed everything from Q, but I forgot to sign people to Q. As I said, this is really the meat and potatoes of the game, making sure all the signs point to where you want them to. And the general philosophy with all these signs is at any point you want to point people toward anything they might want to go. Because as I said, people will sometimes just straight up ignore certain signs. So you want to make sure that when they start paying attention, they'll know where to go. Oh, and I forgot to place down drinks machines. People from the B gates will still want drinks. Yay, everyone seems to be satisfied. And this is the general gameplay loop. You unlock a bunch of new territory, you expand the corridors into those territory, you sign everything up, and then you make sure that you signed everything up by the way people get lost. This guy just came in. Where are you going, sir? You're going to B5. Well, sorry. A+, let's go. And we've unlocked tourists. So yes, as time goes on, you also unlock new types of passengers. Tourists will need information. So we have to put an information board down. And I generally like to put down information boards wherever I have a vending machine. People might need information, people might need a coffee. One of those makes far more sense in the context of a subway station, but who am I to judge? Will any tourists come in? I mean, probably not, it's 4 in the morning, but you never know. Oh, there's one. There's a tourist. So, as we see with tourists, they do not know where they're going, so they need to find an information board so that they know where they're going. As time goes on, you upgrade your station, you get new entrances, you unlock new types of passenger. Shortly, we'll get seniors who can't use stairs, so they'll need to use these escalators. And later you get wheelchair users who can't use either stairs or escalators, and you need to build elevators. But yeah, as time goes on, you unlock new platforms, you unlock new entrances, you unlock new types of passenger who have their own needs, and eventually your station starts looking something like this. This is on a different map, but you can see it gets a bit laggy, and the station gets a bit big. And with that, I think I'll leave it here. Until next time, this has been STATIOnflow. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again real soon.